So yesterday we hauled out a boat here at the yard. We missed them hauling it out because they snuck it in on us early. The lady contacted us a couple months ago. Parts took a while to get, and then we had a couple weeks of weather delays because of the wind, and ended up finally getting it over here yesterday. We didn't, like I said, didn't really know about it, but what we have to do, you can see right here, I'll show you. I'll run through what we have to do. Right here, if you look, you see that bow thruster, you see all that oil running down right here? So that's a hydraulic drive bow thruster, and obviously the shaft seals inside the drive unit have gone out, so we got to pull that all apart. We got new seals for it, we'll replace those. Have to grease all the through hulls that have grease fittings on them, through hull shutoff valves that have grease fittings on them. And then we have to pull this prop off and replace that cutlass bearing that's in there. So we'll see how this all goes. It looks like it might be a little bit of fun, if you know what I mean. So let's go up here. TJ? Yep. Man. Smells like a goat in here.
You would know.
All right, so greasing through hulls?
Yeah. I didn't grease them yet. I was checking them. This one has still got pretty fresh grease on it, but it's still a pain in the ass to move.
Yeah, do it anyways.
All down, yeah. And then this one I got to go get a wrench, and then this one I'll see if I need anything else.
Okay.
In a great location, though.
Yeah, of course, they always are. Yeah, I think there's one right here too.
Okay.
But I don't know if that has a grease fitting on it or not. Yeah, with only one engine. Trying to remember where the bow thruster is. Ain't that. Where is that bow thruster? I think it might be under here. Yeah. Now we're finding it. And there's the hydraulic lines for the bow thruster. We just have to take that all apart and change it out. Change out the fittings, I mean. All right, so let's get to work on that. Then let's start pulling this apart. We got to get the prop off. Pull these set screws out, and we got to get this cutlass out and change it, which is going to be a pain.
Oh shit, yeah.
So we'll have to figure that out as we go. All right, okay. And then I need you to get these props off. See the oil?
Oh yeah.
We got to get that all cleaned off, and then change the seals in there. Obviously, it's hydraulic bow thruster.
Yeah.
Scuzz off. Yeah, I was. You know what? I'm gonna ask Antonio if he can blast that while you're doing this other stuff.
Okay.
All right.
So Matt's making all kinds of noise just with his hand here in the water. Somebody's coming to check it out. Mm.
How are you?
Hi, he said they probably weren't even going to use the boat this weekend, but it's all buttoned up and big thing.
Yeah, no, we're not gonna go back. I'm gonna order that fuel pump. I need TJ to go install these on a boat, but then her and Tom are gonna press on with Neva over at the yard.
That's the cutlass bearing, or?
Yeah, so we gotta order a rebuild kit for the PSS-PYI dripless coupling.
Okay.
So I need to know shaft diameter, and then yeah, so look on the stator. There might be some numbers stamped on the stainless steel stator, the part that rotates with the shaft.
Okay.
That should have markings on it that tells us which kit it is. And then I can order that. And then
So he already has one in and we're just
They have one that's in there, but it needs to be refurbished.
Okay.
So we just get, they just sell a kit, and it's just new O-rings and bellows and stuff like that.
Okay. And like the graphite.
Yeah, I think so, yeah. And then,
Is it that much cheaper than just the new one?
it's a little bit cheaper.
Did you head down to the yard?
Not yet this morning.
I don't know how they did that 3
No,
hours.
don't worry about it. I do. I figured it out.
How'd they do it?
The shaft was already out. When they put the new PSS PYI in,
Yeah.
they had the shaft out to do that job, right?
So they cut it right out and
Yeah.
threw a new one in?
And that's how it took 3 hours, is because there was no shaft in the boat.
Okay.
So we're doing the whole job anyways.
Alright.
So you're going somewhere else though.
Okay.
I got it, Matt.
Matt, he got it.
I got it.
Oh, you're getting the prop off, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, it's metal, huh? Hey, I heard I missed some excitement over here today.
Oh, okay. Yeah. The cutlass bearing came out when we got the stator off of the PSS PYI dripless coupling broke free. We slid the shaft back to get we got to put the hydraulic press in and put the plate on to get the coupling off the shaft, and then we can get the PSS PYI. But when we did that, slid it back, the cutlass bearing came right out. So it's in my truck. I got to go back to the shop and see if we have one. And then we got Tom and Chris are working on that, and I got Wes. We just pulled this prop off of here, and now we're going to see about how this comes apart, which looks like it's going to take some special tools.
There's set screws or something here?
I don't know, set screws, or that might be for a
Screws right here for getting over that gas tank in that stupid boat.
Yeah. I was telling him about that gel, Matt,
oh yeah,
at the office to put on his bruise.
I think you got to have a spanner wrench to go in there. It's a spanner wrench, and you put it on there and turn it.
Oh, I see what you got, yeah.
Do we spray something in there to clean it up?
Yeah, get some carb cleaner or something maybe, or?
So this is what happens when you get electrolysis on your boat. I don't know if you can see that, but there's holes 8 all through this thing. And this is stainless steel, but it's all just ate up. So chances are where this is connected inside the boat, there's no bonding wire, so that it just eats on this. But yeah, no good.
I sprayed some stuff this morning,
Yeah, what happened here? Whoa,
and
we love this stuff.
I do. Except what happened was the tip went flying off, and then it just
Whoa, how full is
stop.
that can?
not anymore.
Empty.
It was already pretty close to being empty.
Oh, wonder why it did that. Did it get too hot, maybe?
No, I think that the little plastic piece in there pushed down and got stuck to the side.
He's still using his exploded aero cryo on his.
Just cleaning up the threads and trying to get the gunk out.
Yeah. That works. Wonder where my friend Antonio is today.
He's around here.
Huh.
He's been busy.
Yeah, good for him, huh?
They launched the boat this morning, and I think they're still got. Is that first houseboat back in there?
Oh, that big one?
Yeah, there's 2 of them, but the giant.
Is it gone?
No, it's still there, so they're probably still working on the bottom.
Yeah.
So I took the prop off, and there's a, the shaft is coming out of the housing, and then there's like an end cap in the housing, and it looks like it's bronze, and it's got 4 holes in it like you would put a special socket on there to get that out. And then there's one more smaller hole that I would assume has a set screw in it. And I'm just trying to figure out if there's a special tool to get this out, or if I'm gonna have to just wing something and come up with something. Here, I'll send you a picture right now. Hang on a second. No, it's a hydraulic bow thruster. There's no markings on the bow thruster in the boat. They go in a black metal housing that has 3 lines that have Allen head set screws that go into the tunnel. No, they connect to some fittings. No, the hydraulic motor's in the engine room. And there's lines that run from the engine room all the way up to the bow thruster.
Thing out.
So if you just get that thingy out, you know,
Yeah.
and then put the new thingy back in, then the thingy should work.
Wow. Sure sounds simple, doesn't it?
Yeah,
Okay. Cool.
that's all.
One of my favorite times, the battery guy is coming in to pick up our pallet of cores, and we make a bunch of cash. It's pretty nice. Since when we buy batteries, we don't get charged for the cores to begin with. So then I get to sell them to the battery company and get the core charge back. We usually put the money towards our Christmas party. Okay.
Thank you.
All right, thank you very much, sir.
Okay, so I just want to do a quick little video with these nice people that came from Rochester, New York to see us live.
We're avid followers.
Yeah, well, thank you so much.
So here we are back on this boat. I'll give you an update. So we removed the hydraulic bow thruster motor from in here, and we got it taken apart. And when we got it taken apart, come to find out, so I knew there was supposed to be a zinc on the end of the drive shaft, but that had corroded away, or the divers never put one back on there. So what happened was the drive shaft ended up getting ate up from corrosion, and that was what's destroying the hydraulic lip seals inside. And that's why the oil was leaking out, the hydraulic fluid leaking out of the motor. So we took that apart. It's just been a total struggle bus, because the company that made it is no longer in business. I was able to identify it, and I actually, through another company, this guy happened to know somebody, and he hooked me up with this company out in Seattle, and I called them and talked to the owner, and he's like, yeah, we made those years ago, like many years ago, like 15 to 20 years ago, and we sold that company off a long time ago. He said there's some old timers that work in the back of the shop, and maybe they can help us out. So our choices right now are our options are Sound of Freedom. We're just south of the Navy base, so excuse the jets. They're trying to figure out if they're going to be able to fix this unit. So then we might, if they can't fix it, we probably won't put it back. We'll probably just fiberglass that tube where the mount is and close it off for now. Although this boat is very difficult to drive without a bow thruster because it's really long and it's only got one engine, so it's just going to be tough. On the running gear, we put a new dripless coupling in there, which is the rubber sleeve and bronze that the shaft rides in. You can see it in there. We put a new dripless coupling inside. Oh, I said this is a cutlass bearing, I'm sorry. So that's the cutlass bearing. We put a new one of those in. Tom's inside right now doing a new dripless coupling. He's putting that on the shaft. Once that all gets done, then we got to put this rudder all back together. So we got to bolt the bottom, put the rudder up, bolt the bottom shoe back on, get that all on, and hook up the steering gear, put the prop back on, and this portion of the job will be done. Then we just have to figure out, like I said, what we're doing about the bow thruster.